Hi, and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live, coming at you in the 8th inning of a 3-1 ball game between the Texas Rangers, the good guys, and the Colorado Rockies. And Rangers at the moment going to have Josh Jung, Adolis Garcia, Marcus Semien up to the plate. Of course, the Jungle Cat connecting earlier on in this one in the first inning, to be exact. And has he connected again? Hello. Perfect timing on that one. The Jungle Cat once again goes deep, and the Rangers have themselves a 4-1 lead. Josh Jung providing all the offense in this one. A 3-run bomb in the bottom of the first, and now he adds a solo shot in the bottom of the 8th. Josh Jung, have a day. Have a day. 3 for 4, 4 RBI. Man, looking good from the 3-hole. My goodness. Look, Josh Jung, not that this was a lefty that he was facing right now, but Josh Jung does rake against lefties. Like, if you go check out his lefty-righty splits, last time I checked, he was like a 320, 325 career hitter against lefties. The dude mashes when there's a left-handed starter up on that bump, but this was against a righty reliever. I don't want to say no doubter, but pretty well struck, and the Rangers have themselves a 4-1 lead. Looked like a split finger that just hung out over the middle of the plate, and Jung just tattoos it. Woo! Adolis Garcia going to see if he can add to it. 2-1 count right now. Josh Jung, definitely the MVP on offense. Rangers have 7 hits tonight. Josh Jung has 3 of them. Oh, what a night for the Rangers third baseman. Man, look, got to be honest, I really do wish the Rangers could see themselves out of these tight games against the Rockies, but what win is a win is a win. Dolly with a nice shot. Is that going to get over? Not quite. Hits the base of the wall. Adolis is going to have himself a standing double here. That was a laser, man. That really was. Rangers are feeling it here in the bottom of the 8th. They are feeling it. Let's see what that one was off the bat. 104 off the bat from Adolis. There we go. Would be nice to kind of add on, and then you have sort of a low-stress 9th inning. I definitely would like to see some of the guys that don't, or some of the guys that normally have to come in these late situations, get a little bit of a break. Sure would be nice. Garcia and Semien. Brad, what's good, man? Killing us in the 4 and 5 spot. Yeah, I got to say, I don't quite understand Bruce Bochy just holding on for dear life to Adolis Garcia hitting cleanup or hitting 5th. But for me, I mean, Corey Seager being injured probably plays a part in that. I do wonder if you had a healthy Corey Seager right now, where would Adolis Garcia be hitting? I don't know if he would be hitting as high as he is at this moment in time. Let me say what's up to everybody that's on YouTube right now. Zach, appreciate that, man, if you're still hanging out. Look, that Corey Seager intro that I have, I cannot bring myself to change it. I just can't. I foresee that being my introduction for a long time to the show. I love that Corey Seager montage of home runs, man. It is a beautiful, beautiful memory for not just me, but many Rangers fans. So thank you, Zach. Appreciate you, brother. Eric, what's good, man? Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you. Haven't looked around the league at what the other scores are at this moment in time. I guess I'll get on MLB.com. Let's see if we can get some score updates here. What do we got? Angels up 1-0. Yankees 0-0 with the Mariners. We had, let's see, Astros. What did Astros do today? They are 1-1 in the bottom of the 8th. There you go. Come on, Royals. Come on. And then the A's are playing the Dodgers. Okay, there we go. On the Phillies. Look, don't mind really watching and keeping up with all of the good teams and stars around the sport, but it's Rangers all the way. Austin, what's up, man? Look, the early part of the game started off a little rough for Jack Leiter. Rockies drew first blood in the first inning. Jack struggled a little bit tonight with the command, 3 walks, but only 2 hits. Look, the first inning, Jack has kind of had a bit of an adventure with, I would say, over the past 4 starts against San Fran, Seattle, Boston, and now Colorado. But Jack settled in tonight. I'm sure he's not going to love the walks, but he really did settle in tonight. Adolis is going to advance to third on a Marcus Semien sacrifice fly. So the Rangers are going to have 2 opportunities to get the run home from third here. Jonah Heim's coming up, and then after that, it'll be Jake Berger. I definitely think at this point, Jack Leiter, you needed to see a game like this from him. The 3 games before this one, I think you could kind of explain away. He was playing 3, I think, really formidable offenses. Again, San Francisco, Seattle, Red Sox. And now you look at the Rockies and you kind of say, all right, dude, this is the game where you got to get back on track. I posted about that during the game early on when Jack Leiter was going through a small struggle to start this one out. But to his credit, settled in. Had a really nice outing. Again, you would like to think that he can improve on the command a little bit. 3 walks, not ideal, but you know what? 5 base runners in 6 innings. I think you're going to take that every single time. Every single time. Stars and Rangers tonight. It is a busy night, man. I've got the Stars game on in the background. I've got the Rangers game on. I hope my connection doesn't totally bounce on y'all tonight because I got a lot going on right now. We're uploading, we're downloading, we're doing a little bit of everything. Right now, Stars are up 2-1 in the 3rd inning. Stars are on a power play. 13 and a half minutes left in the 3rd period. Stars trying to take a commanding 3-1 series lead on the Winnipeg Jets. Man, would that be nice. Sure would be nice. Josh Jung, by the way, 5th career multi-home run game. 5th career multi-home run game for the Jungle Cat. Jake Berger up at this moment. Jonah Heim struck out swinging. Not ideal there with 1 out and a runner on third. Got to put the ball in play. Look, you never know, but I'd like to get this 4th run, this 4-run lead, man. Not saying that I feel real bad or I feel anxious about the 9th inning, but you just want to see the Rangers put this one to bed, man. It doesn't even need to come down to anything close here. So I know we're probably feeling pretty good right now, up 4-1 on the Rockies, but I'd love to see them punch across and make this a 4-run game. Jake Berger down 1-2 in the count. Jonah's got to be better in that spot. Tonight, Jonah 0 for 4, not really his night. 3 straight pitches. You foul off the first pitch. Wasn't a strike. Second pitch was painted right on the outside half. Third pitch where he goes down swinging, a splitter that he chases. Not a great AB from Jonah, especially when you're trying to put the ball in play, get that 5th run across, make it a 4-run lead. Would have liked to have seen a little bit better there from him. Like, yeah, it's the Rockies. I'm not anticipating a super interesting top of the 9th, but you never know. And every run helps. And at this point, would love for the Rangers to make this a 4-run lead. Dallas Stars, baby. Let's go. 3-1. Yes, sir. Whoo. Love to see that. At least somebody is getting some insurance. Dallas Stars, man. Granlund again. He goes for the brace, man. He put the 2nd one in. Now he puts the 3rd one in too. Let's go. Stars about to take this 3-1 commanding lead in the series. I love it. Love, love, love it, man. We had a great night last night. Cooper Flagg coming to the Dallas Mavericks. We had Rangers winning, Astros losing. Tonight, can we get a Stars win, a Rangers win, and an Astros loss again? Let's go. Oh, that was a Hattie. That's right. I saw obviously the goal. I did not realize that was a Hattie. I knew he had the 2nd one. I tuned in, starting in about the end of the 1st or beginning of the 2nd period, I believe. Good for Granlund, baby. Let's go. Yes, sir. We keep going. Bats are getting a little bit better, but let's be real. This is the Josh Jung show right now. This is the Josh Jung show. Keep going. Austin, we do need some better ABs. Look, Josh Jung has been the entire offense. You would like to see some better ABs. That one from Jonah Heim, not ideal. By the way, Jake Berger takes a walk, so it's going to be Jock Peterson here. He pinch hit for Kyle Higashioka. Higgy coming off of the IL. Corey Seager, unfortunately, goes on the IL today. And if you're doing the math, Seager going to miss the entire homestand. He will be back hopefully next week at some point when he's eligible to come off the IL. But Corey Seager goes on the injured list. Not super ideal, but you know what? You hope that the Rangers are able to stay afloat. I think that they can win some games against the Astros even without Corey Seager. Just not ideal, though, to not have your best hitter going into one of the bigger series of the year. Of course, you'd love to see Siegs being able to do some damage against the Stros like he did in 2023 in that ALCS. But, man, look, I think that the offense is going to be able to do enough with DeGrom, with Evo, with Malley all pitching in that series. I really find it hard to believe the Rangers won't at least get a split this weekend. I don't know how y'all are feeling about the Astros series coming up, but I really do feel like with DeGrom, Evo, and Malley all pitching in that series against the Stros, the Silver Boot, you've got to think that the Rangers can get 2 dubs. Great way to set it up, by the way. Like, outstanding to set it up the way that they did. You know, you've got DeGrom, you've got Evo, and then you've got Malley on Saturday. Jack Leiter will most likely go again on Sunday, I would think. Okay, I like it. You're throwing your best 3. I got to think the Rangers get at least 2 against the Astros at Globe Life. I mean, look, maybe I'm being too optimistic. Don't want to jinx it. We're knocking on wood right now. Hope y'all heard it. But I'll take my chances with Evo, DeGrom, and Malley all throwing against the Stros this weekend. We keep going. I do like the pitching for the Boot. Tex-Max 100%. How can you not? I mean, I don't know if the Rangers set it up that way or what, but look, to have those 3 guys pitching against your arch rival, Houston, in a big series, right? You're pretty much knotted with Houston right now at this point. To have those 3 set up to go up against the Stros, you love it. You love your chances. Definitely a huge series. Look, we don't need to overhype it per se, but we don't need to underhype it either. We got to make sure that we come to play in that series. You got to at least get 2. I think if you split with Houston, not the end of the world. I'd love to get 3 out of 4. But my expectation for the Houston series is going to be get 2. Peterson walks, by the way. And so now you're going to have 9-hole come up. That's going to be Josh H. Smith, baby. Josh H. Smith. Did not start tonight. Back spasms. So didn't get the start, but is in the game. Did pinch hit earlier. 0 for 1 so far on the day. So we're going to see Josh Smith in a bases loaded spot here. Let's go, Josh Smith. Just bust this game open so we can bring in somebody just to eat up the 9th inning. Don't use anybody of value. It sucks that we even had to use Hobie Milner tonight, to be honest with y'all. Like, I would have loved to have just saved Hobie and saved all of the big arms for the Houston series. And look, maybe you could argue it's Hobie's turn to throw. I don't know when the last time he was out there was, but I'd really like to avoid tomorrow having to use anybody of value. Like, don't use anybody. Martin, Garcia, Milner. We don't need to use any of those dudes tomorrow. Tomorrow needs to be a busted wide open game. And, you use 2 pitchers, the starter and an innings eater. And that's it. That's what I'd like to see at this point. You maybe have Corbin go 6, and then you have Bosley go 3. Like, that's where I'm at right now. Have Bosley throw 3, Corbin go 6, quality start, and then we head into the Houston series without any of the big arms being overtaxed. Here we go, Josh Smith. Let's go, baby. 1-2 count right here. 1-2 count for Josh Smith. 2 outs. Rangers got the bases loaded here, looking to add on. Josh Smith, laser to third base right at him, man. That had 2 RBI written all over it, right at the third baseman. I got to see what this one was off the bat, man. It's got to be over 100 off the bat. Shoot. Wasn't, man. It was a lot softer than I thought. 85. It looked like 100 off the bat. It really did. 85-mile-an-hour line drive. Look, 3 feet to the right or left. Who knows what happens? But Rangers are not going to tack on here. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Missed an opportunity there. You don't anticipate anything getting too haywire here, facing the Rockies with a 3-run lead. But look, I'd much rather it be 6-1, 7-1 right now than 4-1. Much rather have that situation than the one we're in now. Like I said, the Rangers tomorrow, leave no doubt. We have got to get this team to bed and just make sure that we do not use anybody that we really, really need late against Houston. I just do not want to see anybody of value have to throw tomorrow. And I don't mean any disrespect when I say that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. No Garcia, no Milner, no Martin. They're still, by the way, working on Luke Jackson. I don't know if you've got another day or so to decide on that. I wonder what the determining factor is, but no decision on Luke Jackson yet. No decision there. Luke Jackson hit by a comebacker yesterday, had to exit the game pretty immediately. So we'll see what they decide on Luke. Rangers trying to close this one out, though. Top of the 9th incoming. Hobie Milner's already gone 2. So I don't know. Didn't see anybody warming up. If y'all saw who they got warming up, let me know. But I did not see them shoot to anybody warming up in the pen. Maybe I just missed it yapping at y'all. But we'll see what's going on here in the top of the 9th inning to close this one out. Hobie's going the distance. Okay. Hobie is going the distance. He's going to have gone 3 innings, man, by the time this one is said and done. This has got to be a season-high innings for him if he's going all 3 outs here. McMahon up first, 0 for 2 on the night. Lefty, so makes sense. I wonder if they are going to do a sub after the lefties are over with in the top of the 9th here. McMahon, and then you've got Goodman. He's a righty, so that'll kind of be the real test, right? Are they going to go to the pen when the righty comes up next, or does Hobie just have the entire 9th? We'll see what happens. Hey, it's the boy Nate. What's good, buddy? Thanks for hanging out, man. Thank you for hanging out. Look, this is a little gap shot here on Hobie. Opposite way. Rockies are in business here. Top of the 9th inning. McMahon on second. Nobody out. Bochy's out immediately. That ball barely made it into the infield, and Boch is already out. Hey, Hobie gave us 2 good innings, man. You can't complain. You send Hobie out for a 3rd inning. You're hoping he can get Ryan McMahon. McMahon slaps one the other way. Double, for sure, double, stand-up double. And now Hobie's coming out. We're going to have a pitching change here. Chris Martin coming into the ball game. This is what I mean, y'all. Like, why do we got to use Chris Martin in this game? I mean, look, I'm not worried about the outcome here. It's just unfortunate that you can't score enough runs to not have to use some of these big guys. There's no reason you need to be throwing your top arms back-to-back nights against the Rockies. I mean, but this is the way the Rangers go, though. It just is. It's the way that they go. Just got to get used to it. Harper for me, Powers. Harper for me, totally. Hey, Teflon, what's good? Stars up 3-1. I love it. I love it. Stars almost have as many runs, as many points on the board as the Rangers do. My goodness. Keep going here. Y'all are awesome. Appreciate all the comments. Man, Chris Martin, you got runner on second and you got nobody out here. Gonna be tough to get out of here totally unscathed, but I definitely feel good with C-Mar coming into the game. Appreciate you hanging out, Nate. Appreciate the kind words as well, man. You're awesome. Love the content you put out too. Go follow It's the Boy Nate, man. He puts out some great stuff. A lot of nice edits, and I mean nice edits. Go follow him. Astros walked it off, Luke. That is not what I want to be hearing right now, that the Astros walked it off against the Royals. Not what I want to be seeing in the chat right now, but appreciate the update. I do. Thank you for the sub. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm getting the updates from all y'all now. Astros win. Oh, boy. Man, look. Royals, they beat them last night. Thank you very much. Hopefully Royals can get the series win tomorrow. Unfortunate, man. It comes down to a walk-off. C-Mart gives up an opposite field line drive single. Adolis quickly gets it in. Rockies are going to have first and third here. Nobody out. It's getting interesting. Not what we wanted to see. I still feel good. The panic meter is maybe at a 1 right now. It's maybe at a 1, although it's getting higher watching the trainer come out for Chris Martin right now. You got to be kidding me. Chris Martin's walking off right now. You got to be kidding me. I might need to take a second here, y'all. Chris Martin is walking off the field. Robert Garcia coming into the game. We're going to have a long delay here while Robert Garcia gets loose. You have got to be kidding me. It's all fun and games until we got to use these big arms against the Rockies, wasting bases loaded. Just ridiculous, man. Ridiculous that the Rangers could not tack on more and avoid using Chris Martin and Robert Garcia. Tomorrow better be a blowout. Like, I mean, look, they're I think, I don't want to jinx them. I'm going to knock on wood once again, twice in the last 5 minutes. I think they're going to win this game. But the fact that you have to use these big arms back-to-back nights is just ridiculous. It really is. There's no reason you should be having to burn these big arms against the Rockies. No reason. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Thank you so much. And everybody that's followed since we gone live, thank you. Thank you. Rockies are making it interesting right now. First and third, nobody out. Robert Garcia in the game. Chris Martin exiting with an injury. I don't have the sound on. Did they say, if you are watching the game live right now, did they say what the injury might be? If they do, report on it. Let me know. I'm probably not going to have sound on. I'll have my notifications going. Let me see here what we got. Let's see. Nothing. Sorry if I froze out on y'all, by the way. I checked a little notification quick. Yeah, so you have Luke Jackson going down yesterday, getting hit with the line drive. Now you have C-Mart. I mean, look, let's go silver lining here. If you've got C-Mart and Luke Jackson down, the heat is getting turned on for CY to go out and make a move for a bullpen piece. I think that is the only silver lining we can take away from this. Yeah, I mean, Teflon, to be fair, I mean, I know 4 runs feels like a ton, but if we would have just scored in that top or in that bottom of the 8th inning, we wouldn't even had to have used Chris Martin tonight. You got a 4-run lead. I don't think you're bringing in Chris Martin. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I can't imagine you get a 4-run lead in the bottom of the 8th there that you're bringing in Chris. You definitely do need Martin more than Jackson. Like, yeah, I'm not at all saying or trying to put those two in the same sentence. So my bad if you took it that way. I definitely am not saying that Chris Martin and Luke Jackson are in the same stratosphere. Trust me. They're not. But not ideal to have two of those guys that you have at the back of the pen go down in back-to-back days. Appreciate the follow. Hey, Atari1596, appreciate you. Thank you. Man, we'll see what happens with Martin. Keep me posted. If y'all hear anything about Chris Martin, drop it in the chat. But that's not good. And what he had to leave, was it a couple weeks ago that Chris Martin had something flare up on him? I don't know what it was. I forget. Something lower body, wasn't it? Oh, Armstrong is coming into the game. I thought it was Robert Garcia. They were showing him, but Armstrong is coming into the game right now. Look, Armstrong's numbers are not great. Are actually pretty solid, but my optics for Armstrong are not great. The numbers are not bad, but the eye test for me, I don't feel great with Sean Armstrong in the game. I felt a lot better when they were showing Robert Garcia. A lot better. Here we go. Ball 1 to Toglia. I don't know if I got these names right, guys. So, you know what? It's Rangers, pretty much ride or die. I know the big names around the league, but I'm not going to know how to pronounce all these Rockies guys' names. So if I butcher it, don't get in your feelings. It's no disrespect. 1-0 count. And now we got strike one, evening things up here. Again, first and third, nobody out right now. Nobody out. Martin, it looked like, I think he just probably tweaked something pitching. Jonathan, they really haven't said yet. And if they do say, go ahead and drop it in the chat and let me know. John, what's good, man? Thanks for hanging out, brother. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Chris Martin right now. You guys are going to know before I will, because I don't have the game on sound right now. If they flash to a reporter, I'll turn on the sound. How about that? But otherwise, it gets a little too busy here on the live. I'm sure y'all got the game on your TV at home. So y'all let me know. Okay, we got 2-2 count. Nobody out. And now we got ball 3. So 3-2 count. Armstrong playing with fire here. I don't think you want to load the bases, buddy. I do not think you want to load the bases here. Come on now, brother. Let's go. Always has to be interesting with some of these guys. Always has to be interesting. Man, look, this is a tough pitch, man. Armstrong just painted this one on the outside. Let's go. Man, I did not know if he was going to get that call. That pitch was painted. Love it from Armstrong. Little cutter, little backdoor cutter that just nicks the outer half. Just gets the black. I love it, man. What a pitch by Armstrong, baby. Played with fire, didn't get burned. That's a beautiful pitch on the outer half by Sean. Here we go. Ball 1. We've got, looks like Bouchard up right now. He's 0 for 1 on the night. Looked like it could have gone either way, honestly. Looked like it could have gone either way, but it's 1-0 count. We got one out. How about a little roll me over double play ball right now? Come on. A little roll me over double play ball. Big Game James, what's good, man? Thanks for hanging out, brother. David Robertson, start ramping up your arm, bud. Chase, I'm actually totally with you. Can we give David Robertson a call, please? Hopefully he's still been throwing. We might be able to use a guy like him at this point. I'm still shocked David Robertson doesn't have a deal. It makes me think he was asking for way too much. I have no idea why David Robertson doesn't have a deal. 2-1 count now. Hey, Yankees, Mariners. I know the Yanks got the best of y'all last night. Man, Oswaldo Perez, that was a gruesome injury. Did y'all see that? Yankees, Mariners, Oswaldo going down with the foot injury. That was freaking gnarly. It's not for the faint of heart. Like, seriously, that was a nasty injury in that Mariners-Yankees game last night. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh my gosh. I didn't know what happened. I thought the ball hit him or something. I'm like, why is this dude like laying on the ground? The ball hit him. And then they showed the foot, and it's just like weird, like 90-degree angle. You're like, oh no. They had to bring out the stretcher for him. Feel terrible for him. I think he was having a pretty good season. Oswaldo Perez was for the Yanks, man. Jonathan, Trevor Bauer, we talked about Bauer a ton. Look, Bauer just rubs people the wrong way. He does. And I think he's been blackballed a little bit by the league. I know they're not going to come out and admit that, but I think there's kind of a gentleman's handshake a little bit around front offices that nobody's really signing him. Armstrong's going to get another strikeout here, a called strike 3. That caught quite a bit of the plate. But Bouchard is looking here. It was, a little bit away, but caught a ton of plate. Don't know what he was looking for there, but that's strike 3 every time. So Armstrong, 2 strikeouts, man. Just like we predicted. It's crazy in baseball sometimes just how little things, little moments can just change the whole game. Like Armstrong has got 3-2. He's got 3-2 to the first hitter there. Toglia or whatever his name is. You load the bases there on that pitch instead of getting strike 3. It's a whole different ball game, man. It's a whole different ball game if you walk that first leadoff guy instead of throwing that beautiful backdoor cutter. Quickly 0-2, and the fans are on their feet. Armstrong now facing Miller. Miller 0 for 1 on the day. This would be a nice moment for Sean Armstrong. And again, the numbers are actually pretty good for Sean. Like right now, you look at him, 3.12 ERA. Not terrible, right? It's just the eye test for me. I just feel like Armstrong has melted down in some big spots here and there, and it's just affected my opinion of him. But I look at the numbers, the truth serum, as I like to call it, he's really not half bad. No idea what the Martin injury is. I wish I knew. I'm going to be checking notifications during the live here. I'll have my eye on the drop-down noties, and we'll see if I can get something figured out. Y'all obviously let me know. I got no issue getting beat to the punch. If y'all got the injury update on C-Mart, drop it in the chat. Prayers up, man. We need that guy at the back end. Like, you're already missing Seager. You're already potentially out Luke Jackson. 1-2 count, by the way. Let's see if we can get the out here. Here we go. Sound up. I like Texas, baby. I like Texas. Let's go. 4-1 Rangers win. Love the sound of that.
Fell behind a little bit. The first 2 guys eked it out and then just went to work.
Let's go.
Miller dots that 95-mile-an-hour fastball to catch him looking to end this one.
That was painted. Against Miller. Armstrong, really some nice pitching in the 9th. I mean, again, it was looking dicey, 3-2 to Toglia, and then you get the nice backdoor cutter, and it was all downhill from there. Strikes out the side, preserves the win, collects the save. Probably it's his first save of the season. Milner gets the hold. Leiter gets his 3rd win of the year, and the Rangers secure the series dub, and they go for the sweep tomorrow, just like we planned it, y'all. Just like we planned it. Tomorrow, it sure would be nice to not play the Rockies in a 1, 2, or 3 run game. Can we get a 5, 6, 7 run lead tomorrow on the Rockies? Another night game tomorrow, by the way. Sometimes these last games during the middle of the week, day games. Tomorrow's another night game. We'll have Patrick Corbin on the mound. Corbs has been incredible. Really feeling good about the Rangers' chances to get 5 in a row. 5 in a row. That's a nice win streak, y'all. You can't take that for granted. 5 wins in a row. Not super easy to do in Major League Baseball, even if you've got the Rockies. And look, you also had one of the better teams in baseball in the Tigers getting the series win against them. This is a nice little stretch of games. Clearly, this weekend is going to be the big test against the Stros. I think a lot of us are anxious to see how it goes, but let's be real. The Rangers have played almost every team And every game has felt close this year. You just haven't seen the Rangers get blown out very often. So I would be shocked if most of these games aren't really, really close coming up with Houston. I mean, I hope that they're not, obviously, in the Rangers' favor, but I just have a feeling, win or loss, there's going to be some close games played against Houston this weekend. And I do think that the Rangers at least split it. I don't at all feel comfortable betting against the trio of DeGrom, Evo, Malley in 3 out of those 4 games. I got to think you're winning at least 2. If we had, Leiter and, Corbin and maybe just one of the 3 aces, I might feel a little differently. You got the 3 aces pitching. I think the Rangers get at least 2. Maybe they get 3. And then possibly the Leiter start on Sunday gets a little dicey. But I would like to think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the Rangers could potentially go 8 in a row and win that series outright by Saturday night. I think the Leiter start is probably going to be interesting. Jack has struggled a little bit against good offenses. And when I say good, let me even take it up a notch against very good offenses. San Francisco, Seattle. I think Seattle's got a good squad offensively. And then also the Red Sox. The Red Sox have some very formidable hitters. I think anybody could have excused Jack Leiter's struggles against those 3 teams. Would have been tough to excuse tonight against the Rockies had he continued to have struggles beyond that first inning. Look, a few walks tonight for Jack, but looked great overall. Really did. We keep going. Sam, what's good, man? Another barf bag game. It was for a second there with Armstrong. It really was, man. It was interesting there for a second. Sam says, make a call for Gallo. Make a call for Gallo. Oh, back to Trevor Bauer. I just feel like he's been blackballed by the league. I think that he probably could easily be a number 3, a number 4 starter. I don't know if he's still ace material. He just hasn't pitched in the big leagues recently. And look, he's not 20-something. He's in his 30s. I still think he could be a number 3 or number 4 starter in a rotation somewhere. I'd be a fan of the Rangers signing him. I know some people, some Rangers fans say, no, don't want to mess with the clubhouse, yada, yada, yada. Look, I don't know, y'all. I don't think that the Rangers have a bad clubhouse by any means. Don't take this the wrong way. I really find it hard to believe that Trevor Bauer is going to get his first opportunity in Major League Baseball in multiple years and come in and just be a total jerk to everybody. I got to think the exact opposite. Supposedly CY and Bauer had beef, though. I had not heard that one, but maybe. I definitely thought the Rangers should have made a phone call to Bauer. Again, I don't think that with 2 or 3 years out of the league, he's going to come in and be a disruptor. Clearly, he does the social media stuff. I follow him. I actually think he's a really entertaining follow if you like baseball. But at this point, I don't think he's coming in and ruffling a whole lot of feathers. Pretty sure he's going to keep his head down for a bit and just play ball if any team actually did give him an opportunity. Dylan, I'm with you, though. I just don't think any team is touching him. But I think he could be a number 3 or number 4 starter. And I think if you gave him the opportunity, I would find it pretty hard to believe he comes in loudmouthed, disrupting, being a clubhouse problem. That just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, say what you will about him personally, but you would just have to be a complete idiot to do that. And maybe he is. And maybe that's why teams are staying away. But I would have made the phone call and brought him in at least on a major league minimum deal like Bauer himself said he was willing to take. Enough about Bauer, though. We're definitely not going to get Trevor Bauer, and I don't think he's signing anywhere. But it's fun to talk about every once in a while. We might have to bring up Teodo. That's the comment, Teflon. Appreciate you. We might have to bring up Teodo. Hey, Mike, appreciate the gifts, man. Thank you so much. Means a lot to me, Mike. Thank you, man. Very, very grateful. No idea what happened to Chris Martin, though. I know that y'all are asking. No idea what happened to Chris Martin. No updates on C-Mart either yet. I agree. If Luke Jackson and Chris Martin are both out, you might have to go ahead and get Teodo up to the big league club. I don't know. There's probably somebody else they're going to bring up before him. If I had to guess, maybe a Cole Winn or something like that. I just find it a stretch that they would bring up Teodo, but he is on the 40 man. He's available to bring up. But I feel like it's probably going to be like Garabito or, maybe Cole Winn over Teodo. We'll see. Maybe the Rangers are going to get a little splashy. Brad, did the Stars just win? Yes, sir. There we go. Commanding 3-1 series lead for the Dallas Stars. Yes, sir. Love it. Love it, man. If only the Astros could have taken the L, man, it would have been a truly amazing night. Back-to-back. Cooper Flag last night. Stars get the dub tonight. Love it. Love it. Love it. Here we go. Out of 10, how bad did the Rangers need a real closer? 8 or 9. I got to go 8 or 9. Rangers need a real closer. You need to go out and get somebody 100%. I don't know how it's going to get done, what prospects are going to have to be given up, but I absolutely think Rangers got to go out and get somebody at the deadline. Dylan, I'd be a big fan of Ryan Helsley. Huge fan of Helsley. I hope that can materialize. I'm sure other teams are going to be seeking out his services, but yeah, I would love to see Helsley. I just don't know if the Cardinals are going to be asking for a little too much. I don't know what the price is going to be on him. Good night for DFW. Tex-Max, absolutely. Hobie Milner, the closer? I don't know if I want to go Hobie the closer. Hobie is the GOAT, but I'm not trying to go Hobie closer yet. I like Hobie 7th, 8th inning matching up. I don't know if I want Hobie taking over the 9th inning. Maybe I'm old school, but I'd love to have a little bit more of a flamethrower, a guy that misses bats. Hobie's had his fair share of strikeouts, but I would much rather have a flamethrower in the 9th inning than Hobie. Nothing against Hobie Milner. Y'all know how I feel about Hobie, but I'm not trying to have him in the 9th yet. I don't know if we're desperate to that level. A's implosion leads to Mason Miller to the Rangers. You know the A's are going to be wanting a king's ransom for Mason Miller. I mean, look, I'm here for it. I'd love to see the Rangers get him. But here's my thing. With Mason Miller, you're probably going to have to give up a number of top prospects, 2, 3, and the guy doesn't play every day. That's kind of the hard thing, even with Ryan Helsley. It's like, how good of prospects do you give up for Helsley would be a half-season rental, right? Mason Miller, you'd be controlling for a few years. But Ryan Helsley, not even an everyday player. You got to be really careful what prospects you're going to give up for Ryan Helsley. I don't know. I think that Walcott is probably going to be an untouchable. Mason Miller, to get him with the years of control, I think it would probably take Osuna for sure. I just don't think at this point, though, Walcott is going to get traded for anybody. I think Walcott and Teodo are the two untouchables. I think everybody else could potentially get traded, but I think Walcott, Teodo, the two untouchables. John, you might be right. I don't know who it's going to be for a call-up, but it would make sense. Garabito, Cole Winn, and then, again, they want to get real splashy. Maybe you go Teodo. He is on the 40-man, but I don't know. Sam, I don't even know if he deleted his YouTube, if Bauer deleted the YouTube, if he'd be gone tomorrow. I don't know. Teflon, I definitely think they need to give Robertson a call. Some of y'all were saying that on TikTok too. Can we give David Robertson a call? Is he really wanting to sit out all year? I don't know why he's not signed. I don't know if he was asking for like $20 million a year, something ridiculous, but can we give David Robertson a call? Please. At this point, I think that would be outstanding, an outstanding move. I mean, the problem is he hasn't had much of a spring training, but look, hopefully he's been throwing. You can get him down in the minor leagues for a week or two and bring him up. Bring him up ready for June. Call him tonight, CY. I would love that. We've got Robertson. I think last I heard, I was just checking it out on Google search. He was wanting a contract north of 10 million for sure. I think Robertson was wanting like somewhere between 10 million and Kirby Yates money. So maybe just a lot of teams weren't biting. Maybe not. Dane Dunning. I don't know about Dane. I don't know if Dane is going to be a guy that you call up. I don't think Dane is even on the 40-man right now. So you'd have to add Dane to the 40-man. I don't think so. Gray and Bradford. Bradford was set to throw a bullpen. He has not thrown any off speed. Actually, I take it back. He threw changeups. He also threw fastballs, changeups. But I think he's starting to throw some of the off-speed stuff like the curveball and the spinning pitches. I think he'll throw those this week, and they'll see how he feels. I think Bradford is still tracking for a June comeback, as is John Gray. And then I think Spores is also going to be a summer guy. We're not going to see Spores probably before June either. So, look, that's huge. And maybe Josh Spores can be the late inning guy that we need. We just kind of have to see what these injuries are with Chris Martin and Luke Jackson. But maybe that is the argument for standing pat at the deadline. If Josh Spores, you really feel like Josh Spores is going to come back and maintain health. Because that's the big thing with Sporesy is, yeah, he's back, but how long is he going to be back? That's no disrespect to Josh. I love Sporesy. But I just don't know if he's a guy you can really count on. Okay, y'all. Just got the update on Martin. Evan Grant, Dallas Morning News, reporting elbow tightness for Martin. Elbow tightness for Martin, y'all. That does not sound good. Elbow tightness. That does not sound good, y'all. You're gonna have to make a phone call here in a second. Elbow tightness for Chris Martin. Evan Grant, Dallas Morning News, reporting it. He was on it first. That sucks. That's not good. Anytime you hear elbow, I mean, look, I'm not trying to be condescending, but I can't emphasize enough. Anything elbow is never great news. So I think they're definitely making a move tonight. Cole Winn, maybe Garabito on the move immediately. I don't know if there's really a much better option than that at this point, unless you want to get really crazy and call up Teodo. But Chris Martin, elbow tightness, man, not great. Not great. Nathan, what's good, man? Stars win. That definitely picks me up a little bit, but this Chris Martin news is bumming me out. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm trying to move past it, compartmentalize it, focus on the positive, but C-Mart with the elbow injury, I just do not feel great inside right now. We have got to go and get somebody. I mean, as much as I love the idea of a minor league guy coming up and shoving, I just think you've got to go get a vet. Pressure is on. Sporesy, we were just talking about him. I hope he comes back and can be fully healthy for the entire season whenever we do get him back, June, July, whatever the case may be. But I think you got to go get somebody. Give Robertson a call and whatever. I feel like you've got to give Robertson a call. Robertson is probably by his phone right now getting that news. Wow. I'm a little bit at a loss, y'all. I just do not like this news about Chris Martin tonight. He is an older guy, Sam. That's true. I mean, it does suck, but I do think this is a decent perspective. But I will say this as a little bit of a rebuttal. You know, I think like back soreness for Chris Martin, like that would have been the news where I have a little bit more of this perspective, right? I don't think you're counting on Chris Martin having a major elbow injury I would be okay. Yeah, his back's a little sore. Old man Martin, whatever. This elbow thing is not great. Not great. What happened to him? Just throwing. It wasn't anything wild, y'all. He threw a pitch and elbow felt weird and he immediately came out of the game. So that's all we got. Ranger 205, I don't know much about Streamlabs. I actually never used it. The only two that I've ever used are StreamYard and Restream. So anyways, you could send me a DM though. Maybe I can help you more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to help live on the show, but send me a DM and I'll try and help you after I get off the show. What do I think about Tarek Skubal? What everybody else thinks. Freaking amazing. By the way, I did not realize I put out a reel today about Tyler Mahle and his dominance. Kind of did a little Tyler Mahle origin story, at least for the Rangers side of things. Did not realize that Max Fried is leading the league in ERA with like a 1.08 ungodly number. Like I did not realize that Fried had that crazy of an ERA. Max Fried, man. Wow. What a season he's having. It is wild, though. Evo and Mahle in the top 5 in baseball when it comes to ERA. All of baseball, Evo is 5th. Mahle is 2nd. Only one pitcher in baseball has a better ERA than Tyler Mahle right now. Yeah, elbow is definitely always a scary injury, but agreed, maybe the elbow isn't as bad as we think. Throwing up a prayer for C-Mart right now. Richard, yes, sir. Let's go Stars. That was a lot of fun. I did not think, I would not have predicted Stars up 3-1. I don't know if anybody had that. Maybe the biggest Dallas homer had Stars in 5. I think at best I was Stars in 6. But I don't think anybody had Stars in 5 potentially. But you know what? It goes back to Winnipeg. Maybe they get one there and then we close it out in game 6. Shoot, I'm always of the mindset, though, home ice, away, it doesn't matter. Close it out when you can. I am not for burning games just so you can get back home. Hope the Stars come out in a couple nights and kill it up there in Winnipeg. Get it done in 5. The longer you let a series go, the worse off it is, in my opinion. Just all the way around when you're making these deep runs. You got to put these teams to bed. We keep going. Appreciate y'all. Next game's Thursday. Yeah, that's what I figured. So couple nights, they get at least a night off, and then they'll be back up there in Canada trying to close this one out. I hope they do. Like, it's cool as it is to clinch and go to the Western Conference Finals in front of the home fans, kind of like I felt about the World Series. Like, just win the thing in Arizona. Like, as cool as it would be for the Rangers to have come back for a game 6 and win in front of the home fans, you just got to win. It would have been sweet for the Rangers fans to have experienced the team celebrating at Globe Life Field, but you know what? I surely was not cheering for the Diamondbacks to get a game. So Stars, close it out on Thursday. Leave no doubt. We are not trying to go back for a game 6, win it in 5, and then head on to the Western Conference Finals. Looking like it's going to be the Oilers, the Golden Knights, crapping the bed a little bit here in their semifinal series. Oh, my gosh. I got to say, or quarterfinal technically, right? It's definitely a little bit of a lopsided series both ways in the West right now. Both the Oilers and Stars out to commanding 3-1 leads. Oilers-Stars would be a lot of fun. I mean, anytime you got McDavid, you got Draisaitl, those guys going up against Rantanen and all of the talent the Stars have, that would be a killer series. It really would be. Golden Knights Stars is always a classic just because of how much they've matched up over the last 3 or 4 years. But Stars Oilers would definitely be a thrilling series. I'm excited. McDavid is scary. I can tell y'all right now because y'all know I'm out here in Vegas. Knights are definitely a team that I enjoy following. It's hard when you live here and you've lived here for so long not to pick up on a team like Vegas, but Dallas, definitely my childhood team. I mean, I grew up on all the DFW sports teams. So, look, McDavid is scary. I can tell y'all from watching some of the Knights games, he is a handful. Like, you're one-on-one with him, you toast. He's had a couple of plays, a couple of goals where it's like there's really nothing you can do. I mean, the dude is just faster than everybody else on the ice. But you know what? I do think that the Stars can handle Edmonton. I do. I think Stars can get back to the Stanley Cup Finals. I do believe that that's possible, regardless of the team that they're playing, whether it's Vegas or whether it's Edmonton. Should be fun. Should be fun, y'all. All right. Let me see what we got going on. What else did I miss? Any other comments? I think we're good. Blaine Crim is 0 for 4 with 3 Ks in AAA right now. Yikes. Don't like that. You know what I'm wondering about that I'm going to look up right now on the fly, y'all, is how is Alejandro Osuna doing in AAA? Osuna just got promoted from AA, so I'm curious, how is he doing in his AAA debut? Or has he even made it yet? Osuna is playing tonight. They have him leading off, and he's 0 for 3 with a walk. I think this is his first game with AAA. I'm going to try and look it up right now, but I think this is his first game in AAA. Maybe not. I'll check it out. Looks like it is. So in his first game with Round Rock, 0 for 3 with the walk is Alejandro Osuna. We'll see how he does. Harris, 0 for 3. Bosque, 1 for 3. He's hitting 294 on the year. Blaine Crim, 0 for 4, 3 Ks. There it is. And look, Freeman, 0 for 3. He's the other guy that's hitting over 300, 830 OPS. So we'll see who pitched tonight. Garabito pitched tonight and got lit up. Forget about Garabito. Y'all remember when I was saying call up Garabito? I think they can pass on that one. Pass on Garabito getting called up. The dude just got rocked tonight in AAA for 6 earned runs. Okay, no thank you on Garabito, please. We'll go with another option. That one's not going to work. Let me see, though, in all seriousness, you know, you've got Cole Winn. You got Teodo. Who else do they have? They've got Barlow. Y'all remember Barlow? He's not on. I don't think he's on the 40-man, though. So it's like Corniel, Carvello, Garabito, Church, Wynn, Teodo, Santos. Those are the guys that are on the 40-man at this point. Shoot. I mean, I don't know what the best option is. I really don't at this point. I think Winston Santos is on the IL. I don't know if he's off the IL yet or not. He went on the IL in late April. I don't know if he's off. But the options are not great down in AAA. Martin said he felt some pops in his arm, but no pain. Oh, pops in your arm, man. No pain, I guess, is solid, but pops in your arm does not sound good. Oh, Chris Martin. Zach, where did you hear that? Where did they say that? On the post game? Pops in your arm, but no pain? I don't know if that sounds good, y'all. Yeah, Harris did get sent down. Yeah, they sent him down. What was it? A few days ago, right? Yeah, the pops in your arm thing, whether there's pain or not great. Not great. Maybe it's just numb and maybe there's adrenaline pumping right now. I don't know. But yeah, not bueno. Sam, I got to agree with you. Yeah, Garabito, John, don't think he's the guy we want coming up for Chris Martin. Evan Grant said pops in the arm. Okay. That's where I got the news that he had the elbow tightness, Evan Grant. So Evan's on it tonight. Pops in the arm, no pain for Chris Martin. My goodness, y'all. Okay. Look, tonight, let's call the game like it is. Josh Jung, MVP of this game. Responsible for every run on the board tonight was the Rangers third baseman. You take away Josh Jung, and this was not a very good night for the Rangers bats once again. You had 4 hits other than Josh Jung's 3. And I don't think, Adolis Garcia did have 1 extra base hit. Josh Jung obviously had the other 2. Rangers took 3 walks tonight. Jock Peterson walked, Jake Berger walked, Marcus Semien walked. You'd love to see that number up a little bit higher, maybe around 4 or 5. I know it's a little bit picky, but every base runner matters. You'd love to see the Rangers continue to take more walks, but not a great night for a lot of Rangers hitters. Marcus Semien on base 2 times. I think that's got to be an encouraging sign. And then you also had Jake Berger on twice. I love that as well. But not an awesome night from the Rangers offensively if you take away Josh Jung. If you don't take away Josh Jung, it was a great night. 2 bombs from the Rangers third baseman. Got to love it. Tomorrow, Rangers will be going for the sweep. You've got Corbin on the bump. And for the Rockies, if my computer loads, dramatic pause, Rockies have Senzatella throwing 5.77 ERA, righty. So the Rangers will have their right-handed lineup up there, much better lineup. Every time I see the lefty lineup, man, I hold my breath only for a little bit on how well the game is going to go for Texas offensively. Like, I definitely feel like the right-handed lineup is just a step above anything they can throw out when there's a lefty on the bump for the opposing team. I definitely like the Rangers' chances in tomorrow's game. Patrick Corbin been throwing great, and you've got to think he continues to pitch well. I wonder what Corbin's splits are at this point. I'm curious, so I'm going to check it out real quick. Like Corbin's road starts, home starts. Is he at least showing a little bit of a tendency? Does he pitch better at home or on the road? Let's check it out real quick. So home games, Corbin 2.30 ERA, 15 2/3, 4 earned runs at Globe Life. Away, little bit more inflated. He has started 3 games at home and 3 games on the road, so an even split there between home and away games. 3.94 ERA on the road. So you do see Patrick Corbin kick it up a little bit of a notch, although opponents are hitting 293 off of him at Globe Life Field. Kind of a weird juxtaposition. You've got a 2.30 ERA. You've got a 293 batting average against. So what does that tell you? Doing the little high wire act at home a little bit. So we'll see what Patrick Corbin can do against a lowly Rockies offense. I think the Rangers get the sweep tomorrow. I don't think there's a whole lot of numbers for us to preview. Senzatella versus Texas. You've got Tucker Barnhart, 2 for 5. Adolis Garcia, 1 for 4. Jonah Heim, 0 for 6 against Senzatella, the Rockies' probable starter for tomorrow night's game. Jock Peterson, 3 for 25. 4 for 25. Not good. Not good, but a home run. And then you've got Marcus Semien, looks like 2 for 9 against Senzatella. So very small sample sizes, except for Jock Peterson. That's that, Giants, Dodgers with the Rockies connection. But on the other side, Corbin against Beck, the left fielder. Beck is 1 for 2 against Corbin. Doyle, 1 for 5 with a home run. Farmer, 2 for 17. McMahon is hitting, looks like 7 for 16, 438 average. So watch out for McMahon tomorrow against Patrick Corbin. Stallings is 1 for 17 against Corbs. Toglia, 1 for 5. Trejo, the second baseman, 2 for 3. So again, very small sample size, but look out for McMahon, the Rockies' third baseman, hitting 7 for 16 against Patrick Corbin lifetime. On the other side, I don't think there's anybody we really highlight. No huge sample sizes. Maybe Jock Peterson with the 1 home run in his career off Senzatella. Jock's been swinging a good bat. Maybe we see Jock have a nice game tomorrow. Rangers, 4 wins in a row, going for 5. Man, it would be nice to go into that Astros series on a 5-game win streak. And then you've got the top of your rotation going through once again. It's such a treat. I just got to say this real quick before we hop off. Like, you've got DeGrom, you've got Evo, you've got Malley, and then you've got Jack Leiter, who's really had a pretty decent season all in all. And then you're just back to Jacob DeGrom again, man. It's awesome. It's like you look up, you've been treated to all this outstanding pitching. You look up and DeGrom's throwing again. I just love it. And I really do. I love it. I do hope that David Robertson, Sean, has been throwing as well. If I was CY, I'd be giving David Robertson a call tonight. Hey, man, see Mart down. Can we please have you sign a team-friendly deal so we can stay below the luxury tax? And you know what? Come close out games for us for a while. By the way, Jeff Wilson, DLLS Rangers, reporting, I don't want to say reporting, but surmising that Cole Winn probably will be the call-up. Just got that notification from Jeff. That's a good follow. Although the only thing with Jeff that I have a small complaint about is he paywalls everything except the tweets. Love Jeff, love the content. Wish he wouldn't paywall literally every article, but I know some people make a living off this. I do to an extent, but y'all know most of my stuff comes free of charge. Maybe when I get to Jeff's level, who knows? I don't want to say anything's going to change me, but you know what? That'd be my one complaint about the DLLS crew. Stop paywalling every article, please. A free one now and then would be phenomenal. I don't know. I'm just getting greedy at this point. But Jeff, love his stuff. Reporting, surmising, concluding. Cole Winn, obvious choice to come up. So we will see what the Rangers decide to do. I can't say that I love Cole Winn coming up and being any kind of dominant back end 8th, 9th inning guy. I think Cole Winn at this point is just going to be depth. You probably slot Armstrong and Webb and those guys along with Milner and Garcia. It's going to be interesting in the late innings, y'all. It really is. Like, and you know it's going to happen against Houston. You know it's going to happen. T-Money, I'm with you, but I think we all know, and I'm not trying to be pessimistic or dump on these guys, but it's a different game in the major leagues. There's guys that can pitch great in AAA, and Cole Winn has pitched great in AAA before. And then there's guys that get to the major leagues that just can't hack it. And until I see Cole Winn be successful at the major league level, I'm just not feeling great about his ability in big spots. I would love to be wrong. I hope that he can come up if he does get the call up and make an impact. I need to believe it when it happens in front of my eyes at this point. But I definitely wish him all the best. I'm not rooting for a failure. Don't get it twisted. Don't take it the wrong way. I just feel like for me, the jury's still out on Cole Winn and whether or not he can be effective at the big league level. Being effective in AAA, totally one thing. Being effective in the major leagues, a terribly different story. And all you need to do is look at guys like Blaine Crim and look at guys like Ezekiel Duran, and you can see what I mean. It's the quadruple A syndrome, as I like to call it. Really good at AAA, can't hack it in the big leagues. I think that there are definitely stories of guys getting sent down, coming back up, and being really good after a couple of send downs. I hope that that's what happens with Cole Winn. I really do. T-Money, I do agree. Cole Winn being a former first rounder, it would be great to see him succeed. I would love to start hitting on some of these pitchers that we've had in the system for a while. Cole Winn, I think, is a 2018 guy. So he's been with the Rangers for 7 years. You would love to see Cole Winn thrive and do well because that actually is good on the Rangers and their development, right? 100%. All right, y'all. Think we're good. Around the league, maybe do a little AL West roundup, and then we'll call it a night. So we already talked Astros. They walked off the Royals tonight. The Angels are losing to the Padres 2-1. That game's in the 7th. The Mariners are up 1-0 on the Yankees right now. That game is in the 6th. Brian Wu pitching. And that dude gave us problems each time he started against us. So Brian Wu pitching right now. And then let's see what else. The Athletics are up 2-1 on the Dodgers. There you go. So looking like it's going to be a mixed bag in the AL West. Looking like it's going to be a bit of a mixed bag, but the Rangers get a win. We look at the standings, and right now, Texas, 22-21, sit a game and a half back of the Mariners. Right now, A's, Astros, Rangers, deadlocked at that 512 winning percentage, all a game and a half back of the Mariners. If the Mariners were to lose, the Rangers would be one game back in the division. This huge series coming up, it's not going to be the season or anything like that, but it could really create an early separation if the Rangers were to take 3 out of 4. Could be huge. If you can get to the ballpark this weekend, you live in the DFW area, would highly recommend it. Highly recommend. All right, y'all. Hey, I will be back tomorrow to close things out in the Rocky series. Thursday, we will be back again for Astros, and we'll probably do every single Astros game. It's a busy week here at Right On Rangers, but it's always fun talking ball with y'all. I want to say I appreciate all the comments, the questions. Y'all help keep the show fresh. If you're still watching and you haven't hit that follow or subscribe button, I'd be grateful if you do so. Stay up to date every time we go live, every time we post a video. Make sure those notifications are on. And if you know a diehard, you know somebody that loves the Rangers, please share a video. Go to my reels, go to my shorts. Shoot. Share the live with them. Let's keep growing this good group of people we got talking ball, talking Rangers baseball. Mike, what's good, man? I always got time. You got anything to add in? You got any big takeaway from the game tonight? Shoot it in the chat real quick while I kill some time. Sam, appreciate that, man. All y'all are too kind. Look, we don't get it right 100% of the time here, but we do have fun, and we do go back and forth at times, but you know what? We're all family, all Rangers fans, Rangers Nation. I love it. And that's why I started this in the first place. Really just wanted some people to hang out and talk Rangers baseball. And I hope that y'all feel that through the format of the show. What reliever gets called up? They're surmising that it's probably going to be Cole Winn. And when I say they, I mean some of the Rangers beat writers. I saw Jeff Wilson from DLLS come out and say that he figures it's going to be Cole Winn. Cole Winn, no earned runs yet in AAA. So I was talking a little bit earlier. I'm not totally sold on Cole Winn, but I hope he comes up and does well. I'd imagine he's going to just be a depth guy, and you're going to slot guys like Jacob Webb and Armstrong into some of the 7th, 8th, 9th inning roles. I got to think Robert Garcia becomes the primary closer. I don't know if you want to really try anything else. I would love to see Garcia get first crack at the closing role, not do the Jacob Webb, Sean Armstrong matchup thing. Just let Robert Garcia eat against righties and lefties. I would love to see that. I don't know if they're going to do it. Bochy loves to match up. I just don't know if they're going to give Garcia the 9th inning without putting Armstrong or Webb into any of those situations. But I would think that Cole Winn kind of becomes your 6th inning guy, maybe a 7th inning guy. I hope that he can get over the hump. Last time he was up last year, it didn't go great for him. Pitched really well in AAA last year, came up to the bigs, didn't perform. Pitching extremely well down at AAA this year. Hope it translates to the big league. I do think Mike 100%. I think that he definitely has the mentality, Robert Garcia we're talking about, to be a closer. He does not strike me at all as a guy that's a lefty specialist. Hobie Milner, he gives me a little bit more of those vibes, but I even like Hobie against lefties and righties as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm curious. I hope Chris Martin is okay. I hope it's not terrible. But the pop in the elbow, that doesn't sound good, y'all. That does not sound good. I got to think, Sam, we've traded for somebody anyways. Teodo was activated today. This is another notification from Jeff Wilson. I think that they're just throwing around different ideas. I don't think Teodo is coming up. I think that it would have to get pretty bad, but I don't think he's coming up. He was kind of, I think, shut down a little bit, and I don't see them throwing him up in the big leagues immediately, but maybe. We'll see. Robertson would be great, but Mike, we were talking, you've got to get rid of some salary, or you've got to say, Dave, baby, come on, team-friendly deal. Let's go. Let's run it back. But I don't think David Robertson is coming out of pseudo-retirement for free. I think it's going to be a pretty penny. He was wanting, I think, double-digit millions. Maybe you could get him on a little bit less than that now that a quarter of the season's gone. We'll see. I would love a hitter like Stephen Kwan. I don't think the Guardians are getting rid of him, though. Hey, laid back. Appreciate that compliment, man. And Richard, I'm with you. Rangers pitching staff is incredibly nasty. Love that we have our three horses thrown against the Stros. DeGrom, Evo, Malley. It's going to be good for that silver boot. Josh Smith, I do think, is going to be a guy that sticks around. I don't know when the Rangers are going to pay him, but I think that he is a guy that you definitely want to keep with how well he plays all the different positions. 1-0 with Hard Chuck in attendance. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Hard Chuck. Thank you. Got that dub for us. Y'all got to keep track of your records at the games. I'm always a guy that's done that. What's your record at Rangers games? I wish I had it for my entire career. I got a feeling mine's a losing record, y'all. I'm not going to lie to you. If every game over my entire life going to Rangers games, I feel like I've got a losing record. But I helped in game 1 of the World Series, so forgive me for the losing record. But I was at game 1, helped get the win in game 1, if I do say so myself. So regardless of my losing record in regular season games, I got the win in game 1. It's all that matters. All that matters. Hard Chuck, 5-0 total. You were at game 1 as well. Yes, sir. First ever year going, Brody, and you got 3-0 against the Rays. Well done. Well done. Appreciate y'all. Y'all the real ones. Okay, I'm out. Hope y'all have a great rest of the night. We'll see y'all tomorrow, hopefully talking about a Texas Rangers sweep of the Colorado Rockies. We'll preview the Stros series, and we'll have a lot more fun. Y'all are awesome. And as I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.